joined with Roger Bob, whose film Madia is headlining the festival. So do you know what? Let's find out more. Hi, Roger.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's lovely to be back home. I was actually born.
Oh, you were?
Right.
So Roger, tell me more about your film Madia.
It's called Madia's Family Reunion. It's the second film by Tyler Perry. It's starring Tyler Perry, and it's starring Blair Underwood and Boris Kodjoe and Cicely Tyson. And it's basically a film about a matriarch of a Southern American family and deals with all the turmoil that this family encounters. So, you know, you have your typical family problems of infidelity and incest and, you know, and spousal abuse and things like that. But we handle those very serious subjects in a way that's not only funny, but in a way that deals with spirituality and love and forgiveness.
Madia?
What's going on?
Her man is beating her. What should we do?
Before or after his funeral?
So it's a Christian-based film.
I wouldn't say it's a Christian-based film. I would say it's a faith-based film.
Faith-based.
It's not about any specific religion. It's just about, you know, just having a relationship in some sort of faith other than yourself. So I definitely wouldn't say it's a Christian-based film, but I would say it's a faith-based film.
Okay, so why did you decide to make a film such as this?
The films are spawned from the plays that Tyler used to write, and the plays have similar values as the films. And so we just found that in the day and age that we live in, people are really gravitating to this type of message in films.
In terms of the European and American market, do you feel the audience differs quite a bit, or do you think it's quite similar?
There are certain differences and there are certain similarities. I think our film has universal appeal because it deals with family, and regardless of where you go, what country you're in, what race you are, I think the universal theme of family and love and forgiveness, which are resonating in our films, carries that appeal. So I think that, and judging from the screenings that we've had here, I mean, we've had a great turnout for the screenings. I've gotten a tremendous amount of feedback. And one of the reasons we even came to the BFM is because we want to start to market and distribute our films abroad. London, Paris, basically anywhere where we feel there's a market for the film. That's one of the reasons why we came. So the BFM was actually a test market for us.
Madia is a new foster mother.
I was hoping they would have locked you the hell up.
The only thing locked up around here is your bowels.
And what advice would you give to any aspiring filmmakers that are out there?
Well, my advice to the filmmakers out there is do it yourself. Don't wait for anyone to validate your material. If you're a filmmaker and that's truly what you want to do and you have a passion for, I'm sure as a filmmaker you know other actresses, you know other producers, you know other camera operators. That's all you need to make a movie. And that's how Tyler started. I mean, he started financing his own plays, and he went broke doing it. He was actually homeless for a short period of time, but he believed in the message he was getting out. He believed in his material. He kept doing it. Eventually, he became successful doing the plays. He translated the plays into the very successful films, and so, you know, he started independently. Now, he had a little bit more money when he started, but the point is, he did it himself.
So how long did it take you to come to this realization, having been a filmmaker for X?
Well, I'll tell you, I started off in independent film.
Oh,
So yeah, like right out of, I did a program called the Directors Guild of America. It's a trainee program. The Directors Guild in America, that's the union that governs motion picture directors and producers. And they have a great program that I was fortunate enough to be a part of. But as soon as I got out, the first offers I got were from independent films, and that's pretty much where I learned my craft. And I think when it comes to film, you know, for whatever reason, the U.S. is a little further along than London in terms of the independent scene. But I definitely see a lot of potential, especially the films that I've seen in the festival, which is why BFM is a great festival, because it gives people an opportunity to show their films that otherwise may not see.
Well, I wish you all the best in Madia.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to go and see it, and so should you guys, if you haven't already.
Excuse me. Did that thing just push you, Joe?
Yeah, she did. She don't know us. We Baptists. We'll tear this church up.
You better be glad you're at church. Jesus just saved your life. Hallelujah.